did not mean
I carry the
cafeteria.
gameplay anyway, so.
Yeah, man.
That's more than facts.
Honestly, it's gonna be a good interpretation for when I speak like Maya, because it's gonna be like feel like dead inside, so we're gonna sync up, you know.
Oh, Pearls is nowhere to be found, of course.
Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the tests we had performed earlier.
It's a boy. Tests.
Woo!
Yes, tests on the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree.
Maya.
Oh, yeah, that. Totally forgot about it.
That's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought the victim.
So what are the results? Was it the victim's blood or what?
Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However,
Alright.
there's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood. That is all. Now then,
Wow.
let's restart this trial.
So it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger. And whose was it?
Found stuck in the pine tree in the Inevitable Garden, the blood doesn't match the victim's. I'm sure both the defense and prosecution know this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims.
Alright, nigga.
From what I've heard, the witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking. Let's finish this quickly.
No, I'm not.
Correct.
Very well. Please bring in the last witness.
Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
Maya Faye. My profession is, I'm the assistant manager at Wright and Co-law offices.
Maya.
According to the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of Korean channeling technique.
I'm frightened. The Faye clan. I don't want to deal with it anymore there.
Aw, sad Rojack Maya.
No, pain the Fae bloodline causes must be unbearable.
So calling her a Wojak. Very well. Now then, Miss Faye, when the event occurred, you were in the garden of the Inner Temple. And you witnessed the moment of Miss Elise Donham's murder. Is this correct?
I didn't see.
Straighten up this instant, young lady.
Bitch?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later.
But,
Your mother was killed right in front of your eyes.
imagine.
There is nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing, right? You've seen the witnesses come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. On the night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen?
Witness, if you please.
Yeah.
You have to hit his gavel for that?
Your rage. You're nice to, like, call it Dahlia Hawthorne and all that shit, but not. Okay.
At the Inner Temple.
I was passing through the garden on the way to the spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness.
So you were struck on the head. I suppose it must have been this staff?
Maya, the person who hit you. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I just couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
Did you raise your voice?
Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around alone.
Dude like me out of it, screaming and chasing them.
It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through this testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright. Please begin your cross-examination.
Hang in there.
Like Dahlia Hawthorne did.
She doesn't look well at all. That was a good one, D-Man. I just got it.
High five. You know, that's me.
I got it. Oh, yeah.
So what was the thing we didn't press just now? Can I reread what the thing was?
Didn't press that.
Screamed, help me. Can we press that now? I want to know as much as I can.
Oh my
You
gosh.
think you screamed, but you're not sure?
But did it come up though? Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man? Was it a woman? A lesbian? An adult? Child?
Oh, Pearly! Get her in here. Get her ass in here.
I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits.
Believe me, my dear. I'm certain I would have assaulted my robes.
I
Alright,
didn't
bro.
need that imagination, bro.
My brown robes.
Shit and cum would have been everywhere.
Yeah, maybe you scared off the attacker. I thought this person might attack me, anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed, but I thought that was my last hope.
Epic. Sounds like a poor little Maya really was out of her mind. But I wonder what she meant by last hope. What do I do? Do I press her for more details?
Man, there's a lot
Yeah.
of options.
Yeah.
Which
Last hope.
Okay.
Is that like a Star Wars reference?
Mm-hmm.
Lego Star Wars, specifically?
Wait a damn minute, Maya. What's this my last hope stuff?
What? What do you mean by your last hope? It's like a Star
Nigga.
Wars reference or something?
No. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
Oh, hell no.
You're not gonna pull this shit with us, Mayo.
Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see and you screamed, right? You screamed, help me. Or something, you know?
Yeah.
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope, you know? Because I have ears and you have a mouth that
Oh,
you
well,
use to
you
say
know,
it.
that's like, what do you do when you call it like that when it happens? And...
I'm not doing so well up there.
Oh, yeah, oh, that's right. I remember it now. I was facing my attacker, but that's not who I was screaming at.
What did you just say? Oh, no, I don't got ears.
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. That's who I was screaming for help. For help. Ah!
Fuck was that? You good?
I messed up. I didn't mean to let that one slip out.
The fuck?
Witness, are you absolutely sure of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person?
I meant to keep that part a secret.
Or was
Oh
Bukaki?
my.
What did I do?
It takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say.
I'm glad that was the one y'all decided to skip.
That was funny.
Hey, man.
A ton of pressure.
You're in a court of law here. You can't make things up or try to hide things in this chamber.
I mean, based on what I've seen for the past 2 years, you can actually.
Witness, the information you just presented is vital to this case. I want you to add it to your testimony.
I don't tell her none.
I could see a man behind the attacker by the light of the stone lantern.
Ooh,
know
don't
it's a
even.
man?
You don't even. Nope. Don't even have to press that. Go to the evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you know it was a man, bro? It could have
I
been
like
a
this
guy.
instinct.
Then go to the stone lantern. Oh, what? It wasn't lit. Oh man.
Alright.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah, there we go.
Like, she literally didn't say it was just dark, but okay.
So there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah?
This is not FNAF. That man, he's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Elise. Oh, no. Otherwise known as Misty Faye, your mama.
The killer? The killer?
Yeah, Maya. You know who killed your mother, don't you?
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
Can you shut the fuck up? Do you want the answers or not? To
No.
be frank,
I'm
dumb shit, I
scared.
think she's in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her big fuck testimony.
What do you mean, big fuck testimony?
Maya, on the night of the crime, the Stone Lantern was out of commission, bro, because you are it.
What?
I hate you, Tables.
It's true. It's the truth.
It's the truth.
We love tables here.
There was no light anywhere in the garden that night, dummy. Stupid.
No.
Parted.
Goofy.
What shoes you got on?
Order in the court.
Excuse us.
Mr. Godot. Explain the shit, motherfucker.
Goofy ass nigga.
Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee, and
Slur.
I thought that said slur, honestly, too.
That is the state of the mind. That is the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of cafe au lait.
I did get knocked
Cafe au lait? Is that even legal?
Slurp.
No. Like, what if you just said that?
Mr. Trite's words are the milk, and you are the spoon, Your Honor.
It's like, no. As a matter of fact, I'm banned in 49 states for making this exact blend.
I'm a spoon?
I'm a spoon? I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know.
You must have noticed it too, Trite.
God, I want some fucking baked chicken right now.
This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now.
Whoa.
It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that.
Okay, well, fix it. That's why I did it. Sorry, but that's not gonna cut it, dumb bee.
What did you say, boy?
If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony.
Nick,
May I?
it's my
Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker. And she quite clearly described him as a man. And my Maya is not. Damn, I forgot the word. In other words,
Transphobic.
not that one, but that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person. Despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker.
He was black.
No!
It was
Not
tables.
black
It was tables you just posted up. Order. What in the world does this all mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black-ass conditions?
I do have night vision occasionally.
Trite, do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark?
Okay,
There was
we
no
gotta
other
slow
light source at the scene.
She has night vision.
There's some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot. Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark. And now, you're trying to cover for him.
Cover? For the man
Who
that
she
killed her
cover for?
mother?
There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who this man is.
Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please, I'm begging you.
You talk a good game, Trite, but let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black, so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick, don't. Please stop.
I'm a virgin.
Okay.
Pitch to me. Maya's dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But, can't let him get away with this one. Oh, no. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court, and I'm here to find the truth.
And before it was Larry Butts who did it.
Alright, Mr. Wright, time to show us what you've got. Who was this person that you say Miss Faye saw in the darkness?
Well, so it was a man, and I literally
Who's
don't know
Edgeworth?
any other. He was not the team, sir.
Yeah, he was. He was over there scared of the earthquakes, bro.
You got to think about it, right?
Not nice.
How would they want to end this trilogy with a Phoenix versus Edgeworth battle?
I
Some
mean,
Dante Virgil shit.
so far so good. I mean, I'm liking what I'm hearing.
Alright, but can we look at the profile of Larry Butts? I just want to stare at it.
B-R-U-H, bro.
Sigma stare.
Like, he's,
No,
like,
it wasn't him,
he's a
bro.
clown. He's a clown.
Look at that
bro.
failure of a man right there.
He's a
Larry
clown,
Butts.
bro. But he's got this face right here. This is a clown.
Oh, is
face.
this finally the gumshoe death scene we've all been waiting for?
The gumshoe. Yes.
Bro, who the fuck?
I didn't do that.
Oh, you know what? When was it when we saw the bastard with us at the cave? Godot.
Godot?
Remember when he was in the cave with us talking to us about some bullshit that I didn't care about?
That was the day after, wasn't it? Or the day
Mm.
That was. I mean, he was nowhere to be found on the day of the murder. I mean, after, you know. But
I mean,
either way, we only lose 2 bars of health, so we can just, you know, gamble anybody.
You can.
so wait, do we not actually know who her murderer was? Cause like,
I mean, it's not fucking Larry or Gumshoe. So it's either
Are we
Godot
sure about
and
that?
who else? This guy's in this story?
It's only those 3.
Him and Edgeworth. Edgeworth was over there pissing himself about a fucking earthquake.
that was after.
At least Godot knows who me. It might have been that nigga.
Oh wait, so like, who was actually there that night? Like, let's review that.
We don't know who was
I
there.
don't know,
that night.
nigga.
All the men were nowhere to be found that night. They weren't part of the.
Except for Larry Butts, bro.
Bro, that nigga was asleep looking at a nigga flying, well, thinking someone was flying.
Hmm?
He has the drawing to prove that.
Kill Larry this episode.
We killed Larry. Like, I don't know, bro.
Hold up, bro. I really think this is Godot.
What'd you say?
He said he thinks it's good.
I forgot.
Nigga.
Why are you people like this?
He said Godot.
I think it's Godot, bro.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors. I got.
Rock,
Edgeworth.
paper, scissors,
They
what?
got-
What if it was Phoenix though? I'm just kidding, bro.
We don't even know how old this dude is, bro. Yeah, get rid of him.
Alright.
Just click on it, bro. I don't know.
Because it was pitch black, Miss Faye was able to recognize the killer easily.
Okay.
I'm sure the court would like to see it for itself how this is possible, yes?
Are we
Oh
getting-
shit, they're gonna... That's funny.
What? But how can you propose? How? I don't even fucking care.
It's easy. I think I'm right, though. I think I'm right. We just need to recreate the conditions of the night.
Conditions.
Your Honor, the defense officially requests... Turn off the lights. I'm looking for you.
Damn, it was that.
What? Mommy? The killer! He's escaping!
Why aren't they showing it?
Because he's not looking at us.
I mean, I think
Remember
they
when-
from that angle.
Bruh, watch your mouth, nigga.
That was a nice bit of deduction, Trot.
What the
What?
fuck? He's
I know what
the
you're
killer.
about to say there, Blue. Do
Yeah.
you remember the previous case?
Yes.
Or case 3?
Yeah, case 3. With no
Well,
lights turned off in the
everybody-
courtment.
Do you remember?
Remember
Do you
when it
remember when
blacked
fucking?
out and you
Remember
could see
when
this person?
L. Tigre was having a fucking seizure in the courtroom and the lights? It was a blackout, and then Godot's mask lit up in the dark.
Foreshadowing.
No, I don't remember that. But, I mean, the other connections I think are valid. That I had, at least.
Even though the obvious one was that she could see him in the dark because of his laser vision, but you know.
Mhm.
That works too. Yeah.
Well, everybody, This is the man Amaya saw on the night of the murder.
The man behind the slaughter.
But why would she try to defend him? I guess we're gonna find out.
Order, order, order. Prosecutor Godot, what is the meaning of all this?
I don't fucking know.
Well, I believe he's close to me at
Ellipses.
least.
Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it?
'Cause I am the man behind
LMAO. Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person.
What do you mean by that?
If you got a question, you ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
Put him on the witness stand.
Well, Maya, what's up? What you saw that night? Was it 3 glowing red lights?
Well, witness, answer the question.
You're wrong. I never saw that.
Bruh. Maya. Sorry, I was lagging like a bitch.
But the person that stabbed my mother was a man. For a totally different reason.
Oh, you felt the bulge? Yeah, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
What? Never mind.
Stop your chattering, Your Honor.
Damn.
They're slandering my name.
Chattering?
If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules.
Alright.
What the f-
This dude's so bitch made.
Well then,
He
let's
really
continue
is.
the testimony. Please
Might
tell
he
us
be
how
a
you
bitch?
knew the killer was a man.
Yes, your age. I didn't realize it until after I woke up, but when I came to, I was just lying there, training hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit, the body was reported, and all the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up too. The person did all that work. Since the person that did all that worked alone, I just assumed it was a man.
Great.
So it was after the crime took place, it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry, your age.
No need to apologize. It's as Mr. Godot said, you're utterly exhausted. It's only natural that you would be a little confused.
Since the last time I had a burger, though.
Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume the culprit was a man. Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
Alright.
Again immediately.
Torches were lit and the body was gone.
I guess we can press more stuff.
Yeah, press.
Just press that first one.
Torches were lit?
It was lit, bruh. That's how I noticed the whole scene had changed.
I'm gonna say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be? Come on.
The killer probably lit them since it'd be impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go through the effort of moving the body?
These are facts. It's hard to see how that would be of any advantage to the killer. The only one who would gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the inner temple, Maya.
Very well. Let me hear some more about the condition of the crime scene. All the snow around the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up too.
Well, let's press that.
And everyone was like, so you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow? It did look really odd. Yeah, I remember the snow looking like that. Thanks, game.
Like,
The snow was moved in a natural-looking rectangular shape around the lantern, almost as if someone put a grass block over the snow.
there was a lot of shovels around the inner temple too that niggas were digging. They were all really heavy. Way too heavy for me to use.
You're playing Minecraft trying to get those snowballs.
An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone take the snow away?
That's a good question. Well, there's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that a lot of the victim's blood sprayed onto the snow? Oh, well.
Yeah. The area I collapsed into ended up being splattered.
In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation.
Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. If the killer just wanted to hide the snow with the blood on it, there was no need to remove all that amount.
That's true. Could have scooped up just the snow that was stained with blood.
Perhaps.
It looks like there is some mysteries left behind this issue.
Go to the right.
Let's press that thing again.
Yeah, go to the right.
The thing that we pressed the thing.
Do that.
Do you want to press again?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The thing.
Naturally, the killer must have done it, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something that the killer desperately wanted to hide.
The truth is, when I saw the crime scene, I felt something.
You did?
Yes. Felt like the killer was hiding the evidence for my sake.
What? Hiding it for you?
Everyone knew that I was the only one at the inner temple that night. If Sister Bikini had come back and looked at the garden,
She may have thought that you had done it.
No, she definitely would have thought so. And you're saying that's why the killer cleaned up the crime scene to make it look like nothing had happened?
yeah, I'm sure of it.
Well, that's certainly an important piece of... That's certainly an important piece of information. I want you to add that to your testimony.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it was for my sake that the killer cleaned up all the evidence of what happened.
Can we look at the lantern and the evidence?
Probably just show that lantern again.
They did kind of just write Meyer right there.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying.
That was like a battle hash.
What do you think, Dare Bear?
Can you look at the red thing real quick?
Right. Oh, that. Oh yeah, that was there too.
Doesn't mean anything. Probably the lantern.
Epic. The body of Elise Donum was carried all the way to the Hazakura Temple's courtyard. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime. The snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd.
Oh, and what would that be?
Oh, you know what? And he wasn't going to be able to see it because
That's what I was thinking.
you must have figured out by now, Mr. Godot. It's the message written in blood on the lantern.
Exclamation point.
This is a funny guy right here. It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya.
I was thinking you didn't see the talisman either.
If the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion, it might be advanced stuttering. Then why didn't they wipe the writing off the lantern?
You're right.
That would be an April response.
Order. But, Mr. Wright, isn't it a fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene?
Indeed, but it doesn't make much sense to move the body or move the bloody snow. Then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing.
Ah, shit. Well, if that's the case, do you have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior?
This nigga, man.
Why would this killer move the body and remove all that snow, but then leave the bloody writing on the lantern?
I don't know what the killer's plan was, but it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it.
He's blind. But
Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion.
that's-
I was thinking, I was thinking he didn't see the talisman either.
It's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying.
He's blind. But that's-
It's a funny guy right here. It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya.
Well,
Why did the killer leave the message written in blood on the lantern?
The
The killer didn't notice it.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Godot, earlier in this trial, you gave me some good advice. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
Maybe you're not as dumb as I thought.
Like how he said that when I say what he said. The real killer wanted to disguise the fact that a crime had occurred there. If that's the case, then they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, must mean that they didn't notice it.
But that doesn't make any sense. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way a normal person would miss something as glaring as that. It must be like slow or something.
You're right. There is no way any normal person would.
What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? Are you racist?
But I'm a genetic freak. No, I'm not normal.
There's only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether. No.
Who would that be? Who was the person that could have failed to notice the bloody writing?
Alright, we know the vibes.
Larry Butt, I'm just kidding.
Miles Edgeworth.
Show us a good dough.
Yeah, they're good.
Mr. Got It.
Got her.
This is what you said yesterday.
Mr. Godin.
Got him.
Got him.
My eyesight's pretty messed up.
Got
Even
him.
with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
You should get that thing.
Got him. Spot him, got him is the name.
You can't see everything? Is that correct, Mr. Godot?
Ellipsis.
That's cap. This lantern was submitted as evidence today. I'd like the court to think back to the moment it was first presented.
Flashback.
This lantern. There's something written on it. Why? Why is it written in blood?
Nonsense. This lantern is as clean as a whistle.
You should have really wiped it down even if you couldn't see anything, just to be sure. You know.
Mr. Godot, just admit it. There are certain colors you can't see, correct?
Colorblind
Let me hear it. Let me hear the line. You can't see red on a white background, can you? Let me hear it. Red. Let me see it. Oh, I even did the nod for you. That's right. We went through this once before. During the poisoning case at it.
Oh, there it is.
This is the apron that the life of Miss Bird was wearing at the time. And somehow spilled coffee on.
Yeah, you said fuck back in that flashback.
There's something still bothering me, Mr. Godot.
What, nigga?
Why have you not explained the blood stain to the court?
Bloodstain? Is that new video game? I mean, what bloodstain would that be?
Don't play games with me, Joker! The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron.
The games.
That's fucking redonkulous. Ain't no one told me not shit about a bloodstain.
You could see the coffee on the white apron. It's black. You know how much you hate those colors. But you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red.
You can't ignore the browns, can you? It's strange. In a black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one that can't see them?
So then, Mr. Godot, are you admitting it?
Colorblind fuck.
Are you admitting that you can't see the red writing on the lantern? That's funny as hell, Nick.
Hey, Gramps, didn't you know? That's the reason I don't drink red tea.
I thought you were just obsessed, but no.
Red tea. I wasn't sure about it until now, but I just can't believe it. Prosecutor Godot is the damn murderer. But there's no going back now. These niggas loud as hell. I finally figured out the truth. God damn, you gotta change your hairstyle, my nigga. Mr. Godot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Miss Elise Donham, also known as Miss Misty Faye.
It's hard to believe this may be true. However, once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you.
Just make sure you don't fall out of indictment in red. Fuck. Just make sure you don't fill out the indictment in red ink, Gramps. Come on. How does a little graffiti make me into a killer? Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written there.
Nigga, I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red.
This is rich. Do go on, Wright.
The answer is right there at the crime scene. In the snow.
The snow?
Oh shit.
How
yeah,
so?
that too. Well, for example, why did the killer move all that snow? Your Honor, you said it yourself. If you wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not take out just that area?
Yes. Why didn't he just take out that area? Could it be?
Oh.
Yes, the killer couldn't see the red blood that had seeped into the snow. And so, he had to remove all of the snow. He couldn't be sure where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area.
Bitch. Isn't it more likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark?
Not a chance, come on nigga. They had torches. Yep, the torches were all lit. Oh my god, me and Phoenix think alike, man. We should hang out for drinks. He would have been able to see just fine.
It seems that once again, this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. Can you explain this, Mr. Godot?
Ooh, USB. Oh, it's me.
Oh my god, the fuck up.
Wait just a minute.
Didn't even say anything yet.
I mean, she
What?
said hold it, so... What is it, witness?
Mr. Godot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the inner temple. Like, he wasn't there at all. Like, until 2 days after the murder that took place. Didn't even show up till after the old bridge got fixed.
Maya. You can't testify to something like that.
What do you mean? I may not look it, but I'm...
Quiet!
Ah!
After the murder happened, you didn't even exist.
She did it. I'm afraid I don't follow.
Are you senile, old man?
Yes.
We just established this a little while ago. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, that's right.
Forgot about that. Please, your age, let me add that to my testimony. Nick, please listen to me.
That's fucking hilarious. Maya? You plan to cover for Godot no matter what the cost? That's the case. That's too bad, because I could give 89 shits. Let's go, bruh. Your Honor? Let's hear a testimony, bruh. Come on. Let me hear more. I say we should not silence her.
Nicely done, Trot.
Very well, let's hear the witness's testimony. Please tell us what happened at the inner temple after the murder.
Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling, and my spirit left me, as it were. But little Pearly was there at the inner temple, too.
Oh yes,
Bring her
let's
up
get her in
on the
here.
stand.
Imagine.
After the incident,
Pearly was also stuck on the inner temple side that night.
Oh my gosh.
The next morning, she looked around, but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the sprayer prep room. That's when Mr. Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearly first and cheered her right up.
Bruh.
who is this Pearly?
That's my little cousin, Pearl Faye.
So when did you hear about this?
Oh, just like a few minutes ago, when I was in the office.
I'm terribly sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony.
That's crazy, bruh. Pearly would never tell a lie. She's way more honest person than I'll ever be.
Oh shoot.
You know,
Nice. Good one, nigga. You're real smart, Maya. You always know the best things to say when you're under oath.
The prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness.
Of course you do.
Mr. Godot?
I'll
Let's just move on to the cross-examination. If the defense has no objections.
This is highly unusual, but... Well, Mr. Wright?
Objection!
That'd be hilarious.
let's get him out.
Let's get it, man.
Let's get this bread.
Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. No.
He found Pearly first and
Per-
cheered her right up.
Did Pearly give him a cupcake?
Alright.
Nigga.
He teared her up?
With a cupcake. That's what she said.
What kind of stupid
She
ass
was-
shit is that?
She said he was a very nice older gentleman.
You're a victim.
Thank
Well,
you
if
for
you are-
looking after my cousin, Mr. Godot.
And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict.
Bruh.
Blackie?
Cut it out. You're making me blush.
It's really beginning to get on my nerves in more ways than
He
one.
admits he's a coffee addict.
The truth is there. Oh, the truth is, there aren't many places to look on the inner temple side. The police were all busy going over the garden with fine-tooth comb. So I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way, Godot style.
I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way, judge style.
Shut the fuck up.
Maybe I should ask some questions, Phoenix style.
Okay.
Let's talk about G-word.
Yeah.
Why not cheering Pearls up?
I don't give a fuck about that shit.
What is there to learn from Pearls? Cheering her up.
But the gravy.
I don't want to hear about what he's seen. You said that you concluded an investigation of your own. Did you find anything?
It looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, Tripe.
Damn.
After all, I did miss the bloody writing on the lantern.
Well, I didn't miss it, so speak for yourself, Goggles.
Damn, God.
The only thing I discovered was the beauty in the training hall.
Beauty.
You talking about the gravy?
Misty Faye, naturally.
My nigga.
Clad in this stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western taste.
Western taste. Did you find a stranger way to describe gravy?
So from there you headed for the prep room?
Hold up. What did Dojo say just now? I think I just found his proverbial weak spot. There's only one thing of any importance here.
The gravy?
It was Godot when the murder was taking place. He must have already been at the inner temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Miss Elise Donham.
Are we presenting the gravy?
Yeah. Well,
Very
not here. Let's go to the right like 4 times.
1, spotting. 2,
On.
spotting. 3.
Alright. And go to the right 4 times again, I guess. Because then it'll be the 1, 2, and 3.
Go to left.
Just tell me to go to the fucking left.
God.
Well, guys, what do you guys think?
I think I don't eat gravy that much. So. Actually, I don't think I have gravy at all.
This is a yes or no question.
Yes.
Well, I already said the gravy, so.
Mr. Godot? The first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went into the inner temple was long before the murder took place.
Why did you say that?
Because he just made one fatal slip up.
Tables
Hang-
go.
A hanging scroll in the training hall?
Hanging scroll.
But Mr. Godot is right. That scroll shows a picture of my mother.
Your mom dead.
I know you know who it is, but there's something you don't know. You didn't know. By the time the bridge had been like repaired 2 days after the murder, hanging scroll in the training hall kind of looked like this.
What's that wonderfully delicious smell?
Well, I was about to say the opposite, but the morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy.
That's 2 day old gravy.
Does the judge have smell-o-vision?
I think he has it with them.
Okay.
2 day old gravy, my nigga. Why gravy, man?
It's like the
You think that
movie,
stuff? I think that stuff's gonna smell disgusting and wonderful.
I probably refrigerated it. This gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing that it was Misty Faye, motherfucker.
True. Gravy. Wait a minute, Nick.
Bro, you are so like
Gosh,
what?
why are you
Yes,
so
yes,
what?
princess.
throw cock, huh?
Take another look at the hanging scroll. Look at the top. There's a crest there.
That's the mark of the master, right?
Exactly. So if you know the meaning of the mark,
Then you could guess that it was a picture of Misty Faye on there.
But he don't know that. All he knows is coffee. True, but Mr. Godot described what was underneath, like this. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes.
huh?
Yeah, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known what she was wearing. That she was wearing Japanese clothing. Mr. Godot, on the day of the murder, you were hiding at the inner temple long before the crime took place.
Damn, that's where he lives. You live in this place?
I might. But can I ask you just one little thing? Try.
If you have any questions, it should go to the witness.
What is it?
This whole theory of yours.
This game.
It all rests on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed.
That's right.
These two teaming up. Y'all should kiss. Make out.
Poor
Otherwise,
Phoenix,
there's
all these women switch up on him. My bad.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak onto the crime scene.
Fucking women. Of course, Mr. Godot knew about the plan. Come on, bro.
Huh?
What did you say? Is it really possible that another person knew of the plan?
I don't. Do we bring up Curly's name or do we bring up something else?
Go to the right 12 times.
Nigga, just tell.
I mean, I don't know
left.
where it's at, so just
Go
go
left.
to the next page.
Left.
Do we look at the
No,
note?
go to the freaking
Okay.
note.
The little burnt joint.
Open
Yes.
once
Open
before?
once
Oh,
before.
yeah.
Oh shit! It's like
Yeah. That joint tasting like s'mores right now.
I
S'more.
took a bite out of it.
Never.
Bite.
This
I
crime
could
was
never
actually
burn my marshmallows.
this crime was actually planned over like a year ago.
Huh.
Morgan Fay authored the plan for her daughter's future. No, Pluto, no baby Pluto. And these instructions were hidden somewhere in Fay Manor for like a year. On some chilling shit. However, by the time this fuckwad found these instructions, they had already been unsealed, excuse me.
Unsealed.
Yeah, unsealed, yeah. Yes, the killer had reread these instructions long before Pearls ever found them shits. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the inner temple.
And you still insist this crafty killer. He's me.
Beautiful.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
a sexy killer.
On God?
But you just said that the instructions were hidden.
That's right. Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden inside the Fey Mansion.
If you really wanted to know, you had one great chance to find out.
Yes, and when was that?
During a visit,
A visit?
Morgan Fay told her daughter Pearl about where the instructions were hidden. during one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden.
Eavesdropping on a visit at the detention center?
That's
Yes, it could be
crazy,
arranged
bro.
if you were someone with easy access in and out of there.
Like a prosecutor.
Like, for example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Godot.
Fuck.
Order. 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 Mr. Godot, you're under fire again.
Oh my god.
This murder could not have been carried out without prior knowledge, obviously. And you were the only one that could have acquired this information before the murder.
Actually, the dead
Goofy.
person cut off right before they got executed. Oh.
Goofy.
Humans are afraid of the dark. And yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it.
Cap.
Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee.
Nigga, it's a bean.
I'm sorry for always asking, but what does that mean?
It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case eavesdropped on a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for a crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Bitch.
If you're accusing me of this here crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this?
Not
'Cause
motive again.
This girl is nothing but a stranger to me.
it's
Oh
Cap.
yeah, sure.
What the hell?
I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her.
She's
What
not
kind
sure.
of bullshit? What you got in your coffee,
She's
bro? Let me have some of
literally
that.
I am what you see. I am certainly not the type to rescue a damsel in distress.
That I believe you're pretty misogynistic.
The killer's
Yeah.
behavior is certainly extreme, for lack of a better word. Even considering that the killer wanted to protect the witness's life, his behavior is still a little too unnatural.
That's Cap.
You wanted me a pussy. However, had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Godot? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs.
I'm pussy.
Yeah, that's
I
right,
knew
because he
it.
was mad.
You
Yep.
figured it out, haven't you, Nick?
Why would you say that if you're trying to hide this?
Maya,
You've been a very bad girl.
guess you were doing your best to cover for Godot, but boy, was that a fucking L for the same reason, huh?
Definitely not going to Burger King after this one. Maya, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Alright, try it.
Haven't eaten
I'm
in
all-
like a day and a half.
And it's gonna be 2.5 if you keep acting up.
We got food at home.
Okay, try. I'm all ears. Now let's hear.
It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you.
What's this?
There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. One person that ties you and Maya Fey together extricably. Yeah,
Oh my god, click on pearls.
Gumshoe. Let's
Mia.
go.
Yeah, Mia.
There's a very good reason why Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. After all, she is Mia Fey's only sister.
Mia Fey.
Explodes.
You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney.
Wait a second here. Mr. Godot is a defense attorney?
With your honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. The real name of this man who calls himself Godot. His real name is Yoigo Armando. Isn't that right?
I thought he was gonna shut him up by throwing the coffee at him before he said Not yet. Not yet.
The last time someone called me by that name was over 6 years ago.
Suck it.
Great.
Diego Armando. That name rings a bell.
Do it though.
It should, Your Honor. All this is related to a single case. A case in which a convict named Terry Falls killed himself. Shit was hard. Mia Faye's first time in court, the tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart.
Nigga, stop drinking the poison.
She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming, demoness in disguise. But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise.
Demons.
However, there was one man who reached out to help her ass. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked. God, he's so
It's not my
fucking
fault.
ugly.
It's my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself.
Well, she
Excuse me?
she voiced Mia in this episode, so.
Yeah, I'm young.
Exactly.
Weak as fuck.
Get body.
It's fucking weak as hell.
She's young Mia. Get body.
Mia, you can't cry yet.
Dies.
Ow!
The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
God damn, dude.
crying
Now I'm like
right now,
Sibiak off
nigga.
a Squid Game.
Okay.
Alright.
What up, nigga?
I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients. That pure, sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Me and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. And then one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria.
I just remembered. 6 years ago, right here in this courthouse, you were poisoned.
Even I didn't see that coming.
Of course.
Just continues to drink coffee like it's nothing.
Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee.
Of course.
Some newspapers called at the time a murder. But very little information about the case was released to the press.
But you weren't dead at all.
It wasn't too much poison.
No official reports actually called it a murder.
Yeah, I just read it.
I was just in a deep, deep coma.
Just read it.
I see.
My body shut down, and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all my hair turned white due to all the damage it caused.
It's
Damn,
kinda
poison
cool,
turning
though.
you white. That's
Like
terrible,
one of
man.
them characters off of them animes.
Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poison brew. Then one morning, my eyes flew open from the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee.
Of course.
5 years? You were asleep for 5 years?
And the worst possible news was waiting for me.
Woke up to that.
Mia Fey was dead. From the very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered, and the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death.
The woman you loathe?
The woman who had spiked my scalding hot coffee, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Smells, drinks.
You think he
God,
stopped
it's
drinking
so
coffee
early.
after that?
Good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up.
That's so sad.
At your chair.
For someone like me, for someone who has slept away their best days, there were only 2 reasons left to live. And it was for those 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor.
If I may ask, what were your 2 reasons to live?
The first was you, Wright.
To beat the
Huh?
fuck out of you.
Me?
If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Fane would have died, much less the way she did. You were the only one who was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault.
Nigga, imagine. It wasn't even like that.
I wanted to see for myself what kind of man you truly were.
So that's why you became a prosecutor?
My other reason for living. She goes by the name of Maya Fey.
You mean me?
You were the only way I could make up for the sin of not saving Mia. 1 year ago, when the Karain village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Fey was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it.
Yo, this fucking track.
Yeah, that's a new sample, dog.
It is.
My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her.
That DS guitar going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta find a different version of that though. That's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center.
I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it.
That makes sense. If Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out.
Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both my accomplices.
Accomplices?
Iris of Hazakura Temple and Misty Fey. I especially needed the help of Iris. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Fey.
But how'd you contact my mother? She had been missing for almost 20 years.
Officially, yes.
What? What do you mean, official?
You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government.
Now that you mention it, Bikini did say something to that effect. She said that the Master of Green had great authority, or something stupid.
Even without her official position, Mr. Fey still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on her movements all this time.
Wow.
That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor.
I got so much power, bro. So my mother was cooperating with you?
Whoa, Jack.
Don't ever forget, no matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you.
She was always?
That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve was to protect you, if you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff.
Her staff? The one with the sword in it?
The day the plan was carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hazakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized it then, just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fey if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price.
Mother.
Goated mom. Misty Fey.
That night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan.
You mean Pearls? Don't you?
Kill
We had to
Pearl.
make sure she didn't channel Dog Hawthorne.
Well, Pearl, what are you going to do tonight?
Well,
If you'd like, you can come to my room. Perhaps we can read some picture books together.
but she decided not to.
We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan. But she never showed up.
She was worried and followed me to the inner temple.
That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Misty Faye had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body.
What? What do you mean?
Wasn't he not just there? Frens?
If she channeled the spirit first, then Pearl wouldn't be able to do it herself.
As Master Karain, Misty Faye's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Faye wouldn't be able to.
Ah! Ah!
What? Is this true?
My role in the plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Faye. That's why I hid myself in the inner temple. Just in case you needed to be saved from Dahlia Hawthorne.
Godot.
Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to, Wright.
Damn, he said
Huh?
I'm shutting the fuck up, man.
There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney. But you're going to have to do the rest yourself.
I mean, he kind of already admitted to it.
The background leading up to the incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim?
Bruh.
There are only two possible suspects right now. Maya Faye, and I'm sad to say you, Mr. Godot.
That's alright.
And we got to choose between them.
Well, try. If you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all.
Okay.
Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this shit on your own.
Nuts.
No, Nick. Please don't.
Bruh.
Maya.
I heard the whole thing. You know, I was right here. From my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot.
What?
I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia. And me too.
Nigga. No shit. I heard it. I was here.
Nick.
But even so, doesn't absolve him of his fucking crime. Please, Maya, testify.
Testify!
Miss Faye, your testimony, please.
Weak woman, speak.
This is the final testimony. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I don't know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips. You're two shits.
I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick.
Alright,
No
young lady.
Burger King for you.
Tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder?
Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. You know, like those ones in the Squid Game? 3 of them.
Alright.
Thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood.
What's the stab?
She wasn't dead though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly the red lights went out and the whole area was dark.
Alright.
Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream.
Ah!
Right after that, Dahlia collapsed and I lost consciousness.
These red lights. I thought you said you don't remember seeing them.
I'm sorry, I thought I saw them. Then they disappeared all of a sudden.
Ha! Things break, right? Even the best of theories.
What?
Who was it that stabbed Misty Faye? Looks like you still can't prove it.
Maya's telling the truth this time, I know it. That is up to me.
Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness.
Okay,
Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream.
press that.
What do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment when the red lights went out?
Yeah, that's right.
scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne?
I don't think so. Pretty sure it was a man voice. Oh god, not a high pitched.
What?
The high pitched.
So then that scream came from the killer?
It's gotta be it.
I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it.
And then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh?
And after that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess.
Well, Mr. Wright, it seems to make sense to me.
Sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder.
What do you think the contradiction? We say there's a contradiction.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna lose any health for this.
But what do you think
Killing
the
yourself.
Who says there is a contradiction?
Let's find
I
out.
think that sounds about right. I just wanted to hear the reasoning for us clicking down there's a contradiction other than I think there is one.
Well, Phoenix is wondering something. I want to know what he's wondering.
Not gonna get it. Cause like, I feel like there's a contradiction, but I'm gonna rise above just saying metagaming. So I just want to think, you know.
I think it has something to do with the knife. Let's see.
Oh yeah, okay, that's fair. That's correct. The knife's pretty good. I forgot about that honestly. Completely.
What'd you want
Yeah.
to click?
There's a contradiction. Sorry to say this, bro, but that interpretation would create an enormous contradiction if you ask my black ass.
That makes sense, after all. My deductions are almost certainly never correct.
At least he knows.
Remember the testimony she just gave before the killer let out a scream? Maya said she'd already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim.
Ah, is that right?
She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let out a scream must have been something other than the staff. Well, and that's when we showed the what's it called.
The knife.
If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, trite.
There's only one thing I can think of. It's the dagtard. Let's go. That could have been used as a weapon here.
The gravy.
If Dahlia Hawthorne had already been stabbed in the back by the staff, what could she have used to strike back at the killer?
Go to the left.
She
Go
so.
to the left twice.
Oh,
It's the dagger.
darn it! Tables carry the gameplay again.
You know me, man. Black.
I mean, you're the one that
I'm
mentioned.
proud.
You're the one that mentioned the.
Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yo, same.
The dagger was found at the crime scene stuck into the tree. A pine tree, to be exact.
Yes. The detective found it this morning and brought it to me.
Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's why we don't know the...
Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded.
Ye-
For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have come from the victim.
If I finished my sentence, I would have been like, nah. But now I can say here because I am Phoenix. Have you forgotten that the blood was already been tested?
Ugh.
HIV. Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's, nigga. Killer must have had a wound somewhere on his body.
Yeah, take off your
Oh,
shirt.
just like-
just
Yo,
for,
just
for-
like the nigga with the bullet. Hilarious.
So you're saying the blood on this dagger belongs to the killer?
Yes. Correct. The DNA analysis of the blood would prove it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Yes, Mr. Godot, it would prove that it's your blood.
No, I'm not.
Nice theory, right?
Hey, Godot, take off your shirt.
Order in the court.
Body stabbed his leg. Is this the end? Have done? I did it?
What?
even if he won't be able to change the results of the scientific test.
Even he, never mind.
Even he won't be able to go. Not
Beth?
if for some reason.
Because the
A fake
poison
nurse.
messed up his nervous system and changed his blood.
And there it is.
Let me ask you something, Try. Let's just say it turned out that I was the killer.
Which will happen.
Do you really think I would be stupid enough to leave evidence like that?
Yes.
What?
Just think for a second. This dagger was found this morning by a detective and brought to me. There was already blood on it, correct?
Okay.
But even so, I was the one who brought this dagger here to the courtroom.
Yes.
the blood.
What does that prove?
Well, if I were really the killer, I could have washed the blade off and then planted another person's blood on it.
Shit.
That it can't be.
In any case, there's one thing I can guarantee, Try. That blood, it doesn't belong to me.
Ooh.
Long
Not a
story.
chance.
Interesting that worked.
In any event, it seems to be established that the killer was wounded. All right then, witness. Continue your
No, I'm not. Wait a minute.
What's the problem? Problem? Show face.
And I probably shouldn't say this, but can I get a burger? There's a big contradiction in Nick's explanation.
Great. Well, why don't you
My
be the lawyer? Want to
nigga.
switch places? Want to switch places?
Yeah, I'll gladly be in your shoes right now.
I'll gladly lose my
Ready to
whole family
die.
right now, honestly, right here. This dagger, you said it wounded the killer.
Yeah, nigga.
But, if Mr. Goodell had really been cut with the dagger, his clothes would have been bloody or should have a rip in them, right? What?
Maya. Maybe he just changed his clothes. You know, that solved the contradiction pretty easily.
Shit! It's not that simple at all. Remember back to the day of the murder? Everyone thought it was on the inner temple. Everyone on the inner temple side got trapped there.
That's right. And once the bridge was fixed and the police headed for the inner temple,
Mr. Goodell was already there waiting for them. He never had a chance to change his clothes. Predator.
I'm not gonna say that because I'm just mad.
order in the court.
Maybe he bought a change of clothes with him.
But no one could have predicted the lightning strike that shut the bridge down. Why would anyone have brought a change of clothes?
Damn, the judge.
Not for the
opposite
fucking-
for once.
Did the judge take smart pills during the last recess?
He took his normal
Dude took
pills.
Fucking Xan.
There's normal pills.
Well, then maybe the killer took off his clothes before he committed the murder.
All that shit with Dahlia's spirit coming out, he had to take a couple of perks to keep him in the trial.
That way, you wouldn't get any blood on him.
Yes, sir.
Nigga,
He was butt
That's
naked when he
impossible, Trite. You know how cold it gets up there late at night. My nipples would have been all hard and pointy. After a few minutes with no clothes on, you'd be frozen solid, and your dick would shrivel.
Not if we huddle together.
You die of that hypothermia.
Not if we
killed. He's an
huddle
X-Men.
together.
He can survive that.
So that's all you got. I knew you weren't tough enough to finish this.
I'm
My wife
pussy.
says that to me a lot.
Right now, if Mia Fey were here,
Alright, not this shit again.
if Mia Fey were here, she would have closed the book on this case
She
already.
would have slapped the fuck out of her sister right now.
if me and Faye were here.
So come on, Trite. Can you do it or not?
Let's get Pearly to summon Mia right
Going
now.
to jail
and have
now, nigga.
Pearly's
How about it,
slap the fuck
Mr.
out.
Wright? You've accused Mr. Godot of being the killer. But can you prove it? Can you prove it? Do you have any evidence, bitch?
Fade to black. The question isn't whether I can prove it or not. The fact is, You know what the purpose of a
Check your
mask
pants.
is, but the fact is, I have to prove it, and that's why
I was
shit.
just dying because it's like I just imagine Phoenix with that straight face after that shit talking.
I thought I was taught that it's one of the rules of being a lawyer.
She dead.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do it, bro. I'm gonna bring your magnificent vengeance to fruition, just as you want it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
heard
it's the
this
original
song.
corner theme!
Oh my god, we haven't heard this corner theme in a long time. Holy shit.
Finally, I was getting sick and tired of that new shit they had going on, man. That was whack.
That's good. A fighter to the bitter end, tried. Since there's just one piece of evidence that can prove your point, why don't we go for the unlimited penalty?
I'm just gonna go for
Well,
the instant
besides
game over
that-
right here. Just gonna go for the
Niggas really be loving men.
Alright. Nice,
You
man.
trying to pressure me, Mr. Godot?
He said, if you get it wrong, I
Because
will
it doesn't
literally
matter to
stab
me.
you.
I got the one piece of evidence I need, like the show, because I watch anime.
Give me a break. You got nothing, Trot.
So what do I do at a time like this?
You hit the save button. Clearly.
Simple.
Save.
Gotta think outside the box and approach this from a different angle.
Alright then,
Ugly.
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've got.
There's one thing I've demonstrated in the previous cross-examination. The killer was wounded. That was proven by the blow on the dagger. Obviously.
But we decided it was impossible for him to have seen such a wound. If he had been cut by a dagger, there should be blood on his clothing.
Alright, sure, man.
There's one place. One place the killer could have hidden this wound.
What did you
Stab in
say?
the eye. Hidden?
In that nigga mouth. This is it. My last stand. You think about this from a different angle. I don't need to think about why there were no blood stains on his clothing. I need to show how he hid the wound.
It's the end of the line. The final stop, Trike. Let's hear what you got. Where's this location where you say the killer hid his wound?
Shit, how do we present that in evidence?
Now.
To the
Go to
left.
the left.
Don't care what the crystal ball say.
It has got blood on it. Came from the victim's style.
Look at the talisman.
What does that do again?
It's just
What,
swearing.
Wait, when he got hit, his mask turned off, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Could it be?
Do
Could
you
it?
have evidence though?
Could it?
Yeah.
Maybe we can just show him. It just be his mask. Prosecutor's writer mystery seems to know me somehow. I mean, it's a big ass stretch, but
It's not a stretch.
I just feel like.
I mean,
they
I
need
guess
to
we're
make,
looking
like-
outside the box, huh?
It's
That
literally
is
the only
outside
place
the
where it
box.
could be.
You have to
Yeah.
remember what Phoenix said.
What, did he like men? I mean, it's not really that important to this case, to be real, but I mean, we could think about it.
Where's this location? You say the killer hid his wound.
That's what
Oh,
he does.
hid it on himself.
Yeah, I mean, who else you can hide? It has to be on this person. As we speak.
Faith.
I like to think that he got stabbed in the eye because, you know, he could wear the mask to hide his eyes. So I guess the only
What
thing
the
to present was
point of the mask
The
is.
fact is... Oh, we lost. That's funny as fuck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
GG.
And frankly, I don't need to know. What I do know is that you'll never be half the lawyer she was.
Why are you doing this, bro? Like, that's a little mean.
Isn't that right, Trot?
What the fuck?
Damn.
Where's he?
Penis.
Penis. What was that just now?
He's getting it.
Mia.
Her stand.
Ball.
Not the stand. Penis.
It can't be. You're living on through him?
He's possessed
Little
now. He's
balls.
the channeler.
He's pissed.
Even as we speak, it's still hiding the wound.
The stand is coming.
Stand.
Oh, hell no.
Jojo.
It's beneath the mask.
What's the
You're a
point
genius,
of the
Tables.
mask is-
During the fight, the red lights given off by the killer suddenly disappeared. Seconds later, the killer let out a scream. And he said, "That's right, your mask went flying off your bitch-ass face. Mr. Godot, would you mind removing your mask?
Just like the whole.
If you have a dagger wound under there somewhere, then I'd say this whole case is solved."
Get the metal detector out.
The metal detector. He exploded.
I quit.
And then Maya says, "Oh, the screen was just like that." Ah, it comes all full circle. Yeah, Rip Bozo.
She's
Just
crying
smiling
still.
again. And then gets more coffee.
Water.
Fuck, I don't know why that hit me. Just
holy hell.
now, I saw her spirit in you. I never liked you.
Damn.
6 years ago. You helped the woman who put me to sleep by hiding her bottle of poison. And then,
That wasn't brutal.
while I was sleeping, you let Mia die.
I wasn't even nowhere. You're dumb.
But you didn't care. You just kept living in your pathetic, happy-go-lucky life.
Exactly.
You even had the nerve to follow in her footsteps as a lawyer. I could never forgive you. That's what I thought.
Mr. Godot.
But I was wrong about you. And I knew it from the very beginning. The truth is, the only person I could never find it in my heart to forgive
Is my son.
was me.
Yourself?
I was the one that failed to protect Mia. Me and no one else. I tried to avert my eyes from the truth, to escape the harshness of reality. But I just couldn't face Mia's death head on, so I ran.
Crying pussy?
I hid behind a mask. I threw away my true name. I couldn't even deal with being a defense attorney anymore, so I quit.
But you saved Maya.
Yeah, that was my plan. Up until just now, anyway.
Damn. What do you mean now?
Are you listening, Maya? If I'd really wanted to save you, then there's one person that I should have talked to right away.
Who would that be?
Nikki.
Are you talking about Nick?
But I didn't do it. I tried to get the help of Iris and your mother. But I closed my eyes to the most important man involved. You know why? The real reason?
No. Why?
I suppose. I wasn't really interested in saving you at all.
Huh?
I think I was just trying to salvage what's left of my own broken soul. I was trying to make up for the fact that I couldn't save Mia. Nothing more. That's why I let you walk right into a situation that I knew was dangerous. Forgive me.
My fault.
My bad. I just accidentally slaughtered your mother in broad day or broad nightlight. But
Nightlight.
That's not what you. Never mind.
You be bullshitting. You put your life on the line to save Maya.
Yeah, he could have prevented the whole thing from happening if he told her the plan.
If you told Phoenix in the first place, like, hey, Maya's in danger, dog. Was it even really for Maya's sake? Even I'm not really sure.
What do you
Especially
mean
when
by
Phoenix
that?
died when he fell off the bridge.
That night, in the darkness of the garden, when I saw her silhouette, a part of me must have known the truth. The truth that it wasn't really Dahlia Hawthorne standing there in front of me. It could have been Mr. Fair, or even that little girl. But I still picked up that blade. It was like I was dreaming. I'm not sure exactly what was going on in my mind at that point. Was I really motivated by the pure desire to protect Maya Fey? Or was it something else? Was it my hatred for a woman who had stolen everything from me 6 years earlier? Could it have been simply a desire for revenge? And now, I don't know anything anymore. But I did learn something today, however. I finally realized that I was the arrogant one. I was just chasing an illusion, a fantasy. The stupid fantasy of defeating you in the courtroom.
Like many other people.
You were the one who made me realize my folly. You never ran away from Mia's death. Instead, you picked up where she left off, as a true defender of the people.
Star Platinum.
Mia Fey! Zawado! In that one moment, I understood everything.
Mr. Godot.
I think you already know this, but if you don't, my name is Diego Armando.
Now take off the mask. Mr. Marmondo! I believe in you. I know you were trying to save me. Damn.
Thanks.
Your wound, it's bleeding.
Did you forget already? In my world, the color red doesn't exist.
I mean, your blood's red though.
These must be my tears.
Tears?
Bloody tears.
Bloody tears.
Ever since I woke up from my coma, I think I've been waiting for this very moment.
Mr. Armando!
You do well to remember this, Maya. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over.
Yeah, it's not guilty yet. Or
Bro!
okay.
When it's all
let the
over and then
opportunity slip by.
Godot just throws down a flashbang.
Vanishes forever.
This, you're fucking dumbass. This time, it really is all over, isn't it? Defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
This nigga.
He was like, oh, hell no, she's back.
W. Stephen line.
Although you weren't directly involved in the murder, tampering with the body and the crime scene is a serious offense itself.
I understand, Your Honor.
You should be yours.
Mr. Armando explained that to me very carefully. I knew the risk, and I willingly cooperated anyway.
Very well. Before I hand down my verdict, is there anything you'd like to say?
Decent.
Well, there is one thing. I'd like to say something to Mr. Wright. I want to apologize to you.
Apologize to me? For what?
For the case 5 years ago, of course.
I just remembered. Weren't you poisoned by your own lover?
Yeah, not exactly, but yeah, something like that. Even now, 5 years later, I can hardly believe it.
I'm still in denial.
She was gonna do it. She was planning to kill me.
I would have folded.
Not all that surprising.
You are a pussy.
The two of you hardly knew each other.
Huh? I mean, what do you mean by that?
You and my sister. You only met twice.
Did y'all fuck at least? Like, one night stand type thing? Huh? We only met twice. Oh, nigga.
The first time you met was on that fateful day.
Oh, cool.
I'm
The
so
day she
stupid.
poisoned Mr. Armando in the
wondering what the hell you
cafeteria
talking
of this very courthouse. The time you met her was 8 months later. You and her met again on the day she stole your cold medicine. And Doug Swallow was killed.
Bruh. Fun fact, it just can't be true. I don't believe it, to be honest. I mean, during our whole relationship, we were.
Making out.
For those 8 months, the woman that you thought was Dahlia Hawthorne wasn't actually my sister.
It was me.
No, it wasn't Dahlia. Oh, nigga, stop. Come on, put two and two together.
I hope one day you can forgive me, Feeny.
Oh, she likes him.
You mean,
That's right.
I was.
I
pussy.
lied to you for 8 months.
I mean, you only met the one day, you know. But the first date, you know, you always want to give their best impression. So the rest of the 8 months is like, okay, you hurt now, so you can only assume. I mean, I can't blame him too much for that, but like, damn, they L.
It is
What are you
twins,
talking
to be fair.
about?
Either
Never
way,
mind.
either way.
What am I talking?
Ever since she gave you the bottle that day, my sister was trying to get it back as soon as she possibly could. Because of the police investigation and their surveillance, she couldn't move about freely.
So that's why you.
My sister, from the beginning, she was prepared for the worst.
Prepared for the worst.
She thought you might somehow discover the truth. That's why she was always ready to deal with you at a moment's notice.
You mean she was ready to kill me, don't you?
She already had so much to answer for. I didn't want any more sins on her soul. I begged her not to do it, and she agreed to give me a chance.
And that's why you came to me? You came to get the bottle pendant back from me in her place?
But I couldn't get you to give it back. I feel it's something even as simple as that. 8 months passed and I still couldn't get it back from you. Finally, my sister couldn't wait any longer. She didn't consult me about her plans for you that day. It was the first time that had ever happened.
Yeah, it was a bit strange, wasn't it? Until that day, you two were partners in crime, and she wouldn't confer with you.
I think she must have noticed.
Notice what?
My feelings for you. If I had found out she was planning to kill you, I would have done whatever was necessary to stop her. Even if it meant her life or mine.
Damn, I want to see those two
Oh,
fight.
Iris, that's adorable. Anyway, I'll see you in like 6 to 7 months.
After
One
spending
more for
those
the road.
8 months by your side, my feelings towards you, they changed.
You're no longer a couple.
Well, that's something to say to you too, then.
Yes?
Good riddance.
Demon time. I mean, you really are the person I always thought you were. Even after Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty of all that, I still believed in you.
Man, when Phoenix was bitching and moaning in the fucking defendant lobby, he was like, maybe that was a fake Dahlia.
Yeah.
He was right the
He
whole
thought-
time.
He
Yeah.
said, I don't think it was really her.
Phoenix is forever raw
The rawest nigga in the entire gaming industry.
in gaming.
In gaming history.
She still got put. Wait, are they cool now? Like, they gonna kiss?
They're gonna make out right here in the court.
Sorry, you had to
One
do.
more for the road,
You had
please.
to get 100% achievements to get the secret sex scene at the end of the credits. Sorry.
Right, imagine. This is what. Oh my god, fuck you, Darian.
Imagine me not looking on YouTube.
100% at the last game. What does it get
Blinded
that
on
much?
Oh, yeah?
immediately.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about it then.
We didn't get that 100% on the last game because you wanted to make the person not guilty or whatever.
Wait, save it for the end. Read blue.
How many cup of coffee? Shit, man.
You're on
I'm out of character now. I'm not immersed.
Nigga just wants coffee, bro.
How many cups?
Can I get a refill, please, guys?
Can I get a refill, please?
How many
Water?
cups of darkness have I drank over the years? Even I don't know. I'll tell you though. Right now, this one here is the greatest cup I think I ever had.
Spits it out.
Don't you think so? Phoenix, right?
What the fuck? Where did he get coffee from?
Nigga, shut up.
You're ruining the moment.
The purpose of this trial was to rule on the murder of the victim Elise Dotem. At some point, I expect you will be tried for your role as accomplice in this case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Edgeworth can pull some strings.
Very well.
Nope.
On the charge of murder. On the charge of murder, I hereby find the defendants.
Bink. Bink.
Not the father.
Court is now adjourned.
Where's the cheering, bro?
Wow, y'all did it! MVP tables.
Bro, I will literally, like, oh my god.
Cap, you only did one thing the whole game.
Oh god, like, okay. I wasn't gonna go that far, but, oh, I guess we done.
Why'd you say it like that?
Oh, tables.
Uh,
The way everything ended was like justice really served. God. Man who risked his life to save mine is being sent to prison by my own hand. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I'm happy about that. Of course justice was served, dummy. Stupid, dumb, bum.
Mia, hi.
Tits.
Hi, Mia. Hi.
that. Penis.
Mia.
That's girl Mia.
Pigs.
Good shit, bro. I'm proud of you. Your defense was hot, very brilliant. But I couldn't save Armando, the man who cared so deeply for you. You're wrong, Phoenix. You did save Diego. You saved him in the only way possible.
He's not going to help.
You mean with that verdict? I think one day you'll understand too.
No.
Hey, Nix, I want you to remember one thing. You are as good out there today as any defense attorney could ever hope to be. It took you 3 games, but there's nothing more you can learn from me. Bye-bye.
I mean, you can't learn because you're already dead.
Bruh, Mia, chill, bruh. I do not want to be stuck with these little fucklets.
Dang.
You've accomplished something I wasn't able to. Stay alive at the age of... Oh, never mind. I owe you a great deal. Thank you. Mia. I'm sure we'll meet again. Someday, you know. Fifi.
Whenever they summon me again, you know.
no, don't leave me. Iris isn't getting out for another 11 months.
I've handled lots of cases. I've seen some things. And along this journey, I found myself asking just one question. What the dog doing? I suppose today's case produced one possible answer. Fuck.
Nick,
Guys,
It's good, bro.
I guess it's just like my sis said.
Mia, what did she say?
What the dog doing? That night when I channeled Mia to get advice on what to do, this is what she wrote back in my notebook. Don't worry, Phoenix will save everyone in the end.
man, that's not fair. You got like God telling you like the cheat codes and everything.
God.
But
Come on, cut it out with that gloomy face already. Can't you see? Me, sis, and I'm sure Iris too. We owe you for everything you've done for us, Nick.
Maya, how can you be so bright and chipper after all that's happened? That's a good ass question. You were brutally attacked. You even saw your mother murdered. And now,
Oh
then she
my
came.
gosh. Oh my god.
Hi, Franny.
I thought you
What's
were
up?
written out the
Constant ball
story.
torture, Phoenix Wright.
That's what she said. That's the line.
Still as softy as always, Phoenix Wright.
you can catch something that's
And
not
then
so.
shut up.
But move.
Sexworth, when did you get back?
No, that's right. I guess no one filled her in on that. Edward and Francisca have actually been helping me.
Helping you? Really?
These two hadn't been there on the first day of the trial. The defense would have gotten anywhere. Wouldn't have gotten anywhere. Wouldn't.
Wow.
Gone.
Where were you at, Nick?
I heard he fell into a river and caught a nasty cold, which forced him to sleep all day.
Yes, and he laid in bed shivering with his fever, shivering from his fever with Iris's hood put over his head.
Ouch. Talk about embarrassing, Nick. Definitely need
Nigga.
to start training. Anyway, thank you, Edgeworth. Oh, and you too, Francesca.
I don't suppose.
Oh, what?
No, Larry. Sorry, dog. Sit over there.
There's a couch right there for you.
Room for me to if this group hug is there.
Oh, ass.
It's with the usual, longer than usual face.
I realized something when I was reborn.
Alright.
Realized that Larry was never of any use to anyone, not even once.
Whoa. That's not true, right, Nick? Tell him.
No. He's spitting
You
facts.
asking me?
He the 100 emoji right now.
Oh, Nick, is it true? I've got a place in this world, right?
Nope.
No, yeah, of course, yeah, you did. You were important.
I knew it. Everyone would be better off if I was gone for good.
You ain't never told a lie a day in your life, Butts. Well, you have, but not now.
No. Yeah. The portraits you painted, those are cool. Those are well made. Is that right, Edgeworth?
Am I
What?
trying to get Edgeworth
Me?
in this? Why are you making that face, huh, Edgy?
Oh.
Stop making that fucking face.
Oh, well, yes, indeed. I certainly can't say that I lack resemblance. That they lack resemblance.
Do you really mean it? What about you, Franzi? Did I draw you well too?
Damn.
My beauty cannot be captured by mere crayon. Not even the good
Maybe
shit.
some
if
nude
it's got
painting?
rose on it. Nevertheless, I recognize the effort that you put into it, and that's worth something.
Damn, she looked at Maya and said,
You're so hot. Do it like you promised. Going to nude model for me in my
Do not get carried away.
Damn, I'm so asleep right now.
Oh man, that kind of felt good. I guess painting portraits is the only thing I'm good at. Painting of Pearl was pretty darn good too, if you ask me.
"Oh
God.
boy."
I don't know.
Fucking stairs, dog.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen her around.
Girls,
She's been too busy being
actually,
Mia.
have gone. Only she would have made a beeline for Maya.
Oh, I'll go look for her. Be right back. Plan.
Can't let those two.
She got crossed up.
Right. You seem to be uncharacteristically puzzled.
Nah,
I
he's
suspect
puzzled
you
all
are.
the time.
I suspect you are wondering how Maya can be so cheerful despite all that has happened.
Yeah, a little bit.
To be honest, I can't understand it either.
Francisco. That's right. She lost her father fairly recently as well.
Yeah, we're the one who put her in jail. In jail.
I think I understand how she feels. Maya is such a wiser person than she appears, and I think she realizes something. Now is exactly the time when she needs to be as strong as she can.
What do you mean by now is exactly the time?
Maya wasn't the only one that was badly wounded by this incident. In fact, there was someone that hurt far more deeply than she. I believe it's for that person that Maya's trying her best not to cry.
Someone who was hurt more deeply than Maya? I think I'm starting to understand too. Right.
Then tell me, Phoenix Wright. Who is Maya Faye being strong for?
Because Francesca
Bruh,
can't figure it
little
out.
cuzzo,
It's
bruh.
early, bruh.
Oh, cuzzo.
All for Pearly.
Pearl Faye.
The poor kid. After all, the reason that she worked so hard to follow the instructions was because she loved and believed in her mother, Morgan. It's for the good of the Faye clan. Sure, she believed in every last word. Fucking dummy. She thought she was doing it for Maya. That's why she was so happy and all that.
Not dumb, it's naivete. That's the word.
Shows how truly devoted she is to Maya. God, I hate them motherfuckers.
I mean, you hate children.
It's terrible.
He just hates children.
But it's a cruel irony that it was her exuberance that led to this tragedy. Maya Faye's mother was killed, and Maya herself was put into the deepest peril imaginable.
And that's exactly why Maya is putting on a brave face. She's doing it for the culture and Pearl's sake until she
For
can
the culture,
see
for
her
the-
smile again.
Oh god, bruh.
Where's a lot of that, bro?
Where you all were.
I was just too busy shitting.
Wow. Fuck was that for?
Sorry about that, Scruffy. My whip just seems to have a mind of its own.
That's
Kind
weird.
of hot. I mean,
What's up, Detective Gumshoe?
oh, you know, this and that. Anyways, congrats on your win. Go out tonight, pal. Dinner's on me.
Nigga, you have.
Salary's just gone, kinda gone down by a teeny weeny bit, but it's alright. I made reservations for a first-class restaurant tonight.
Not true.
Gumsh- Scruffy, that's literally 2 years of rent for you. But pretty good work. That whip was your reward.
Detective Gumshoe?
He's so
You said a first-class French restaurant? You don't mean...
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
even wanna,
that
you
is not
fumbled
first
the back. I
class.
don't even want to read that line. Try it again, bro.
We're doomed.
Come on, let's go, everyone. Can't keep Maggie waiting, pal. Oh,
Can't
that's the
keep
real
her
reason.
waiting.
Hey, you, Crybaby, you're invited too.
No, he's not.
Forget about me. Pearl and I will be at the loser shack eating potatoes.
Why you keep dragging Pearl
You
down
know,
with
Maya's taking an awfully long time to get back. She's still out looking for pearls.
Oh, not
She got ran
Bojack.
over.
Bruh.
Oh, Maya, what's wrong?
Thing. Nick, what do I do? Curly. She got ran over.
Bruh.
I can't find her.
Oh, fuck. I fucked up. Huh?
I bet she just went back home. That's all.
Nigga. I thought so too, so I called the village. But no one's heard from her. This never happened before.
As I figured, she has been badly hurt by this incident. She feels responsible for the tragedy that has befallen you, Maya.
But None of this was your fault. What should I do?
Hey, yo,
Look at
Gumshoe.
Yeah, what is it, pal?
You guys go on ahead.
What about you?
Mine and I will,
Make out.
where do you guys once we find pearls?
Of course.
Nick.
Don't worry about us, Detective Gumshoe. We may be a little late, but we'll definitely be there. We have a lot of celebrating to do tonight, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah, but you're the. Ah!
Very well, Phoenix Wright. We'll go on ahead.
Don't keep us waiting, right?
We won't.
Well, where should we look? Where could Freely have gone?
Let's go, bro. There's only one place I can think of that pearls might have gone to.
The detention center? I don't know. Oh,
She
back
went
there?
all the way back. Pearl is like a god at Subway Surfers, bro.
I'm saying.
Hazakura Temple.
For pearls, I bet this is a very important place. After all, it's where this whole incident started.
What's this? You're all back together so soon. I read horribly. Hold on. Let me get myself together.
Sister Bikini.
I thought we'd all be reading mashed potatoes alone tonight.
So she's here? Pearly is here?
She's in the training hall. Why don't you hurry along and go see her?
Okay.
Hey,
Not here.
Damn, she crossed y'all bitch ass.
she cleaned the painting.
My, the hanging scroll.
Not clearly she jumped in the river.
And they clean that thing?
Someone
she
cleaned it
licked
up.
that shit up.
She ate it.
Aw. Okay, well,
That
like
thing
how-
didn't stain it?
You know how Scooby like ate the whole sandwich in the Western Scooby Doo? Like that's what he did. She was just like,
The
That's
skull's
so
actually
stupid, the picture.
laminated, so it's not made of actual paper.
powdered
It's gotta
toast,
be
man,
pearls.
strong up air.
Mystic Maya! Pearly! Why? Why did you just leave it like that? Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! Okay.
That sound effect was
Alright.
not fit.
You didn't.
It did.
It was too late.
I swear that I would never trouble the two of you ever again. Because it's all my fault that Mystic Maya's mom.
That's why you came here?
The least I could do to pray for your happiness. You don't have to do that, Pearly. Wasn't your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Of course, I'm sad that my mother is gone. But, how do I say this? I'm still happy. You don't have to lie just to make me feel better. No, really. It's true. The only reason I'm still here is all thanks to everyone who was there for me. My sis, my mom, Mr. Armando, Nick, and you. If even one of you weren't there, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead as hell right now. That's why I have to be strong.
With wax shoes in the casket, too.
Yeah,
What shoes
for all
you
the
got
people, for all the people that were there for me when I needed them. That's all I can really do. Mystic Maya.
I'm impressed. You truly are the daughter of Mystic Misty.
Sister Bikini.
Her mother, Mystic Misty. She was a strong woman indeed. I want to tell you what she said to me that night.
After dishonoring the good name of Kurain, I don't have the right to face my daughter. But still, Maya is always in my thoughts. It's true, she'll always be with me. Until the day I die.
Which is tonight.
Your spirit was with it. That's why your mother was so strong. Even at the end, I'm sure she had no regrets.
But she'll always be with me until the day I die, huh? There's a rule or some all masters are to follow, isn't there? To never take the charm off until the day you die.
That's the master's talisman.
The thing that Misty kept by her heart and would never take off. It wasn't the container that was important. Rather, it was the contents.
That's
What photos? A photo? Ah. Mother.
It's Larry's nude painting. Misty. It's only natural for living creatures to fight to protect their own lives. What makes us human is that we fight for others.
Amen.
Who do you fight for? How hard must you fight? That's the true measure of what human life is worth. We defense attorneys are warriors who are constantly challenged by that question.
Oh, look how cute Mia is, dude.
Even when the battle is over and the bonds that connect us are severed, we always return, time and time again.
They broke the jar too?
Mia, Maya, Pearls, Mr. Armando, and Maya's mother too. I learned that from all of them. They about crazy as hell.
they broke that jar so many times.
This tradition.
Whoa, we out. Come on, everyone's waiting for us.
Ah!
This is a day to remember, a day when a lot of things were finally put to rest. I think we should celebrate what we've overcome today.
But I still can't.
Well, then you're on your own. Then,
Oh,
'cause-
go on, sweetie. You can come back for training anytime.
Just don't freeze it up. Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a brand new start too. Sister Bikini, I'll be back for more training, I promise.
I know. And I won't go easy on you.
wow, that might be weird. Hold on.
I know. I won't go easy on you just because you're the future master. I'll make sure to prepare reservations for the three of you. For three when you come back.
Hell no.
Alright, we're gonna have a great feast today, Pearly. You know why? Because training is a battle of endurance. Okay, Mystic Maya, I'll eat lots and lots of food tonight.
Pearl, if you shit or vomit all over the office, that's your ass.
There's one thing I don't get, and you probably don't want to, but
What is it, Nick?
reservations for training is fine and all. Why for 3?
Come on, what do you think? You're winning
You're
us, Nick.
stuck here forever.
Next time you can train along right alongside with us.
Bro, good night, bro. I mean, huh?
I'll be waiting for you. Sister Bikini will take special care of you.
Oh,
Super
God.
good night, bro.
Not
Uh-huh.
super.
It'll be great, Nick. We're gonna do the special course naturally.
What?
And get out of there,
Hey, man, y'all
Phoenix.
niggas moving weird, right? This is getting weird. I don't know if I feel comfortable about this. You gotta pull up the YB and Corday clip. That's a great. Oh, fuck.
That's a great idea, after all, Mr. Nick. You do anything for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you? Even walk on hot coals, right? You freeze to death.
Remember, Phoenix, you're here forever.
We'll have a nice big meal before we come next time, right, Nick?
You stare into Pearl's eyes and you see green matrix symbols.
You know, I was wondering if I could say just one little thing.
Just sure, go. Of course you can. I love this part. I can't wait to hear it.
I'm getting goosebumps too.
Is it his objection.
Flashbang. Damn, I actually, for some reason, I didn't think he was gonna say, "Oh, it's time to mine."
Yep, time to mine.
Alright,
He's always lining at the end of every clip or anything.
Damn it!
I really have to work extra hard now. Master of Korean and office manager of Wright and law co-offices have to be a good big sister to Pearly and Nick too. Well, as long as I'm not locked up or captured or being shot or any of that shit, you know.
Or accused
dead.
of murder.
Ooh, that was a lot. I got fortune on my pickaxe.
So it's true, Mr. Nick really is Mystic Maya's knight in shining armor. He went through the special course all the way to the end.
Heck is that?
Or there's a legendary extra special ultra course here too. I think I'll surprise the two of them by making them a secret reservation.
Not Ultra Instinct, dog.
Ultra Instinct Phoenix.
Oh god.
Not the
that's
secret
amazing.
super boss.
That was a chunky one.
Oh, god, hold on.
Maggie brought me a brand new coat as a present, pal.
Oh,
10
shit.
years longer. I'll never take it off.
Yes, but somehow you just don't seem the same. I guess a dirty, shabby old overcoat is more detective-like, sir.
Don't worry about it. In the name of love, a man will soil himself silly. What?
It's
That can't be my last line.
You know
That's
what?
facts,
I'll
that's
let it
facts.
happen. Edge, Gumshoe needs a win. Gumshoe gets a win.
Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, the treasures of the Korean exhibit. I can't read fast enough.
I got you, bud. She taught me how to use a whip and she said I must use what I've learned.
Nick,
And that was it. Damn, I'm sorry I couldn't help you any further.
No. I'm such a failure.
Nah, you're good.
That shit was
They're
That shit
cool.
funny as fuck. Oh, bastard.
Desi and I started a company called Master Mass Consulting.
We're dedicated to stop it.
Our motto is cut it out, please.
The mother is cut it out, please.
Well, we
Damn,
also
that
sell
is
kind
fast.
of plans to criminals and to side business. I wonder if that's okay. Sometimes I think maybe we're the worst criminals.
Yeah.
Steven, come back.
Stop, Steven. Yeah, this fortune pickaxe is going stupid, right, bro?
Oh, I forgot about it.
I wanted to show my appreciation to Mr. Wright for exterminating Don Tigre. So I lent him money. A special thick tea mixed with my own 2 hands. I bet he's drinking it right now. Win through compromise.
It's poison.
Dang, he got 500, like $500,000?
It's a loan. It's a loan, dog.
He's rich.
You know the loan sharks.
Yikes.
You know what happens.
Oh, that nigga.
My middle finger's starting to hurt. Oh,
Just old and in the way, a wrinkly, dumpy, clown-nosed waste of flesh. At least that's what I thought. My grandkids had a birthday party for me the other day. Talk about embarrassing. 69 years old, and I cry like a
I can't believe you said that in speaker again.
As usual, we have an abundance of work to do. We've hired a new programmer to replace Glenn Ellie. I do hope everyone will get along. His name is Adam.
ew, nigga.
As soon as I heard his name, I knew our brain circuits would align perfectly.
Notice how I haven't had a line yet.
You didn't
Oh no,
know
you're gonna get the gay chef soon.
Oh, I forgot about the dumbass. Nope, never mind.
My, more reporters. Since the murder, we've made so much money, I hardly know what to do.
I think the magazines like us because I provide such a nice visual.
Especially in spring. I can hardly wait for Iris to come back. Wow!
I'm pretty sure Armstrong's in jail.
Oh, yeah, that's
Oh
right.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
fuck,
he
yeah.
did
How
play
lame.
TV in jail.
That's where he belongs.
TBH.
Who's the chef at Tresabian?
You've turned
Jail.
into such a respectable man, Feeny. It was so sweet of you for everyone to come visit me here the other day. Of course, I was happy you constantly had your eyes on me, but I felt kind of bad when the little one slapped you so hard you got a nosebleed.
It hurt too.
Fine.
Voice.
My pearls on hands, you will
Untamable
stay with
tables.
Maya,
What the
Phoenix.
fuck? What is it? Oh,
That's the voice actor.
what?
He's right, as untamable tables.
Yeah, there we go. Also, untamable tables.
Miles Edgeworth as a lunar
Edgy
spy. I got that
as lunar
backwards,
spy.
but ignore that.
Yes.
Also, untamable tables.
And that was past me.
And, and Miss Dunlap.
They're just all me,
They're all.
They're all tables.
especially Godot.
Mr. Godot as Blue.
Objection.
There was the coffee cup thing. Also,
Retardation.
that one,
Karma
there was
as
that one
Blue.
time Steven was Francesca. Forgot when that was though.
I wasn't Franny at
Nope.
any point.
No, she wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I think I
they even
suggested it once, but
Oh.
then we just decided to stick with me as.
Oh.
Cuss.
Oh, there she is! There she is!
What's this? I'm back from a long tiring vacation and no one is here to greet me. Guess while I was gone, little whippersnapper buddy quit and now I've got no one. What kind of lonely, crazy security room is this supposed to be anyway? With all that flashing lights and switches, I feel like an Among Us crewmate. And now that I'm going to all these macadamia nuts, I bring over the edgy and the actors out. Ring, ding, 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 ding.
She is one.
But they're gonna
Like,
hold
they-
me and not give us the light-skinned queen.
Hold on, wait.
Wait. Oh,
No.
it's butt.
Finally
It's
found
fucking
something I love
rectum.
to do. Fancy's whippity whip trick is gonna turn the art world on its head. I should have realized this sooner. Self-centered, lazy, antisocial bitch. I'm an artist. A really good portrait artist. I'm no loser after all.
Shut the fuck up, anus.
No, you're still a loser, Larry. Maybe like a smidge bit, not a loser, but you're still a big
Bruh.
loser.
I didn't say shit.
This is drawn by
The
Larry,
main
by the way.
character.
Oh,
You know
that's
what,
hurt.
Larry? Not bad, dog.
Yeah, Larry should be good.
Yeah.
And then we have all the deceased members up at the top.
Look at
Okay. Did they confirm he was
Dang,
dead?
bro.
On the left or
No,
That made me feel
Mm.
so
he's just
Unimportant.
confirmed as arrested.
Yeah, because he
Nintendo.
did kill a nigga.
Nintendo, Capcom.
Capcom presents.
Fun fact about the
Maybe.
voice actors, at least in the first game, all the voice actors were not really voice actors. They were people around the dev team that did the voices.
In Japanese, didn't Shu Takumi himself do Phoenix's voice?
No, because I think that's debunked by, well, actually, in Japanese, maybe, yeah, maybe, I'm not sure.
Alright, Sly, you know what to do. It's time to load up Apollo Justice.
No.
Right now?
Also, no, not right now.
3 a.m.
Heck
New
no.
game plus.
Also, viewers,
game.
that reminds me, viewers, do me a favor, right? Dislike a bomb. Also, I want to do Apollo Justice, but I don't know about these three. What do y'all want to do?
I'm a slave to the theater.
I'm a slave to content.
Do I get to voice Apollo?
Yes, that's actually what I was planning on.
Don't want to do it.
Damn, spoiler. Damn, he said I'm quit. He said he quit.
Flashbang. I'm always down for this series. I'm a big fan of it.
Okay,
And
well,
I'd love to return
probably-
for the next game.
we're probably going to take a little break before we do Apollo Justice. So it's all up to y'all, honestly, when y'all want to do it.
Maybe we could like wait till like.
I can't even focus on
Giving or
anything
something like
without getting this
So
damn
what did you all
cipher done.
think of this?
Let's wait till after Spooky Month. I think that's a good long
I was gonna
break.
say after Thanksgiving, but yeah,
Or Thanksgiving, whichever.
after.
Yeah, that seems alright. Well,
Whatever y'all want.
I hate this series.